she sell it, is she getting the money?
Well, she probably won't get the money from the water line part, but she'll just get the equity out of whatever she sold in her condo.
That
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
You go sit down.
It's okay. I appreciate it anyway.
You
Still
have a
giving me new perspective. I'm still gonna go for it. Yes,
have a
sir.
seat. Have a seat.
How
But
you
you have to
doing?
come way over here.
I can go over there. The snacks are on
Oh.
this side. I gotta make my way over here.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right. Mr. Parks, I left the thing in the car. I was gonna give you a copy of what I marked there. I can just email you. Okay, I'll just email you. Cause it was okay. Cause I got this. The years have to be changed on there too. You hear me? The years have to be changed. 1937 to 74
Okay.
for the school and
You
for
wrote
him
it all on
and
there
for
and
him.
stuff. You did write it on. So I was just
Okay. I left it in my car. My car is out there though.
because tomorrow, yeah, I'm going to leave it tomorrow.
You are? Okay.
Then after I leave it, I'll go to CPC, and then from CPC I come home.
Okay. Remind me. 'Cause
It
I mean, I don't know if
that
you're
don't
gonna stay
matter.
there.
That doesn't
I
matter.
can always email you.
Yeah, I would rather just
Okay, let me just email
because
you.
what'll happen, it's still going to take another 30 days to get it to them, so they'll have to chip and pull the stuff. They have to do that, and then get it there. So
Okay.
it'll take a little time.
Okay.
I'm working, trying to work some deals to get it as cheap as I can get it.
Oh, good.
We have different rates. We have most of the material.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but yeah,
Okay.
should be happy.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'm getting worried about a quorum. I've got 5 minutes.
Who we missing? Oh,
Okay, it's time to get started. I'm going to call this special dilapidated meeting of the Lawton City Council to order. Please call the roll.
Hooten. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Present.
Warren.
And a quorum is established. Unfinished business. Adopt a resolution declaring the structures located at 305 Southwest 19th Street, 925 Southwest 2nd Street, 1231 Southwest Tennessee Avenue, 1501 Southwest Lee Boulevard, 1516 Southwest Lee Boulevard, 1618 Southwest New York Avenue, 1754 Southwest 13th Street, 2322 Southwest Tulane Avenue, 2334 West Gore Boulevard, to be dilapidated pursuant to Section 651 Lawton City Code 2025, ordering the owner to abate the nuisance, authorizing summary abatement, and authorizing the city attorney to commence legal action in district court to abate the nuisance. John.
305 Southwest 19th Street. Original council date on this one was 10/14/2025. This property does have active water. This structure had damaged siding, soffit, trim, and broken windows and doors. As you can see, the new picture on the left and the old picture on the right, the property owner has fixed the siding, trim, and the broken door. And he is currently looking at getting a new roof on this. Staff recommendation is no action. Any questions?
Staff recommendation is no action?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You okay with that, Councilman?
Yeah, I move that we take no action on this, this piece of property because they're actively working on trying to improve it. Thank you.
Okay. We can just take no action without voting, right? Okay. We're just going to move on to 925 Southwest 2nd Street.
925 Southwest 2nd Street. Original council date was 11/11/25. Inactive account since 12/5/2025. This structure had damaged roofing, damaged siding, broken windows, and trim. The property owner fixed the roofing. They did fix the brick that was falling apart, and they did also fix the brick that was separating as well, and they fixed the window, siding, and trim. Staff recommendation is no action.
Okay. You okay? All right. Moving to 1231 Southwest Tennessee Avenue.
1231 Southwest Tennessee Avenue. Original council date was 6/10/2025 and tabled until 10/14/25 and tabled again until today. The structure had damaged roofing, damaged siding, broken windows and doors. The owner has remodeled the structure inside and out by fixing the roofing, windows, doors, siding, trim, and soffit. Staff recommendation is no action to be taken on this structure.
Okay, that'll move us on to 1501 Southwest Lee Boulevard.
1501 Southwest Lee Boulevard. Original council date was 11/11/25. The structure had damaged roofing, broken windows and doors, and had two secondary structures on the property that vagrants were using as their shelter. The property owner tore down both secondary structures and has started remodeling the main structure with new roofing, windows, and doors. He's currently waiting to get the roofing completed before he starts working on the electrical inside the building. His plan is to sell the property. Since he is trying to make his way to get the steps corrected, staff recommendation is no action to be taken.
Okay, Ward 5. Okay. 1516 Southwest Lee Boulevard.
1516 Southwest Lee Boulevard. Original council date was 11/11/25. This structure has damaged roofing, broken windows and doors. Property still has the same damaged roofing, siding, trim, broken windows and doors. Owner at the time on 11/11/25 meeting stated that he had a contract to sell, and as of today, the property is still with the same owner. Staff recommendation is for this structure to be placed on the D&D.
Okay, and the AIC says that the public hearing has been done
That
and
is correct.
closed. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry for interrupting. Yes, sir. That is correct.
Okay, Councilwoman? Try it now. Try it now.
All right. Move to approve a resolution declaring the structure on the property dilapidated public nuisance and authorize abatement thereof is set forth in the resolution.
Is there a second? Do you have a second? Please call the roll.
Hooten. Yes. Epps.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Demery. Yes. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Okay, and that brings up 1618 Southwest New York Avenue. John?
1618 Southwest New York Avenue, original council date was 10/14/25. This property has no water since 8/11/25. The structure has damaged roofing, broken windows and doors, damaged soffit and trim. We have been called on this property multiple times for vagrant issues. Staff recommendation is for the structure to be placed on the D&D.
Councilwoman? Let me just, for the public record, the public hearing has been completed and closed, is that right?
That is correct, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman?
Move to approve resolution declaring the structure on the property dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Is there a second? We do have a second. Please call the roll.
Hooten. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries. Bringing up 1754 Southwest 13th Street. John?
1754 Southwest 13th Street, original council date was 10/14/25. The structure does now have active water since the meeting, since 10/16/25. The structure has damaged roofing, damaged siding and trim. The owner has fixed the window and a majority of the siding on the structure. Staff is asking for this address to be tabled to get the property owner with the housing division to see if they can get help with more assistance to get this house turned around, since they do live on it.
How long?
Staff is recommending 30 days.
Okay, so we'll say the first D&D meeting of February.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Councilwoman?
A motion that it be tabled to the first meeting in February.
We do have a second. Please call the roll.
Hooten. Epps.
Yes.
Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries. Bringing up 2322 Southwest Tulane Avenue. John?
2322 Southwest Tulane Avenue, original council date was 6/10/25 and tabled until 10/14/25 and tabled again until today. There is a new owner on the property, and after speaking with our assistant city attorney, we were wanting to table this structure so we can properly notify the new property owners and to help them notify them and to help them get in the right direction to get this house turned back around.
Okay, are we still looking at the first meeting of February?
We will, so because we have to send everything off and everything on the legal, it'll be the second meeting in February on this one.
Okay, we could just table it, and that way you're flexible. How about that? Table it with no date. Would you make that motion?
Yeah, I make a motion to table this item until
Do it.
the paperwork is done.
Okay, with no date
Yeah,
specified.
with no date, yeah, just table item.
Mayor,
Yes.
so we either need to table to a date certain or table indefinitely.
Okay, if I table indefinitely, does that mean the staff can bring it back when they're ready?
Yes.
Well, there-
Okay, so we'll table indefinitely.
Yeah, I'm correct to say that redoing the paperwork is kind of tabling the action anyways, isn't it? Yeah, I make the motion to table this indefinitely.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooten. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Motion
carries. Bringing up 2334 West Gore Boulevard.
2334 West Gore Boulevard, the original council date was 11/11/25. This structure had damaged roofing, brick separation, damaged trim and soffit. Owner is now remodeling the structure inside and out and has fixed the roofing and the trim. Also fixed the siding and the brick separation on there as well. Sorry, I just lost my place. Staff recommendation is no action to be taken.
Okay, are you okay with that, Ward 3, Councilman?
I agree.
Okay.
And it's
we'll
been
take-
painted.
We'll take no action. That brings up, we got all of those, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that brings up business item number 2. Consider a request from the property owner for additional time to remodel the structure located at 1512 Southwest Dr. Charles W. Whitlow Avenue per section 611108, section D, that states after 180 days, the property will go back to city council for specific authorization by the council.
Oh, yes, sir. 1507 Southwest Dr. Charles Whitlow Avenue, no water since 12/22/2016. Property owner has replaced the broken windows and doors, replaced the siding, and started to paint and remove the dilapidated accessory structures attached to the trailer, and started to work on the inside of the trailer to get the trades brought up to code. With this being done, staff recommendation is to grant him, the property owner, another permanent extension.
I agree. So move.
We do have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Okay, item number 3, consider request from the property owner for additional time to remodel the structure located at 5632 Northwest Beechwood Drive per section 611108, subparagraph D, that states after 180 days, the property will go back to City Council for specific authorization by the council. John.
5632 Northwest Beechwood Drive, original council date was 2/7/24, active water since 7/1/24. This property has new siding, new roofing, new windows and doors. Property has passed multiple inspections on the property. From the gas inspection, water inspection, he is currently having the electrical worked on as soon as he can get the permit, and will call in for the inspection. Staff recommendation is granting the owner another permit extension.
Councilman?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Before we vote, I just want to comment, the picture up here does not do justice of what we're seeing lighted. This is what we want to see. This is an amazing transformation of this property. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries. Bringing up item 4, adopt a resolution declaring the structures located at 311 Southwest Park Avenue, all structures on the property, 503 Southwest Summit Avenue, secondary structure, 607 Southwest Summit Avenue, secondary structure, 702 Southwest Washington Avenue, all structures on property, 801 Southwest Summit Avenue, all structures on property, 809 Southwest 5th Street, all structures on property, 809 Southwest Park Avenue, secondary structure, 906 Southwest Jefferson Avenue, all structures on property, 1006 Southwest 6th Street, all structures on property, 1116 Northwest Lincoln Avenue, all structures on property, 1211 Southwest 25th Street, all structures on property, 1309 Southwest E Avenue, all structures on property, 1316 Southwest D Avenue, secondary structure, 1417 Northwest 23rd Street, secondary structure, 1719 Southwest Jefferson Avenue, all structures on property, 1903 Southwest Monroe Avenue, all structures on property, 2110 Northwest Bell Avenue, all structures on property, 3115 Northwest Kenyon Avenue, all structures on property, 5505 Northwest Eisenhower Drive, secondary structure to be dilapidated pursuant to Section 651 Lot and City Code 2025, ordering the owner to abate the nuisance, authorizing summary abatement, and authorizing the city attorney to commence legal action in district court to abate the nuisance. All right, so we're starting with, let's see. What we're going to do is go out of order, and John has handed me a sheet here, and I'm just going to go down it of the people he believes are here. And so we're going to start with 607 Southwest Summit Avenue, secondary structure, and if that's your property and you want to speak, please make your way to the front. John.
All right, 607 Southwest Summit Avenue, which is a secondary structure. There is an active water count on this property. This structure did have damaged roofing, damaged siding, broken windows and doors. Owner has torn down the main structure where it was damaged and is wanting to remodel the carport and the back room to turn it into a storage shed. We posted on the property on 12/30/2025. As of this morning, no permits have been issued. Questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 607 Southwest Summit Avenue, secondary structure. If you wish to speak on this item, please come forward at this time. I do just want to say, you know, neighbors or anybody else that wants to speak, this is a public hearing. You could speak on this. Sir, give us your name and address.
Yes, my name is Dennis Walker, 607 Southwest Summit Avenue.
Okay, and what do you have to tell us?
The carport, that has been removed. However, the other structure, we were actually wanting to make a shed, a storage shed.
Have you done any work on this? And first of all, it looks like some work has been done on that building, right? And
Yes, the carport has been removed. That whole structure on that side has been removed. The only thing that's standing is the actual shed.
Yes, yeah. Let me ask John a question. John, there is code that deals with specifically with sheds rather than houses, correct? As far as what he needs to bring this.
Correct, yes, sir.
Okay, and did you check? Have you guys talked about that, or?
No, sir, we have not.
Okay, and that work, John, has to be done by permit, right?
So, excuse me one second. So the building code is the exact same. If it's over let me look at chart, 200 square foot? 200 square foot, that's whenever he has to make sure that the siding and everything matches the house. With this structure being less than 200 square foot, what I would recommend is at least getting exterior siding on there, that putting on siding, he does not need a permit, and make sure that everything is basically ready to go and good for the elements.
Okay, and I'm trying to clear up. We just started a lot of these secondary structures, trying to clear that up for myself and maybe the other council members that aren't aware of what needs to happen with these secondary structures. What was the staff's recommendation on this?
Staff recommendation is to, excuse me real quick, staff recommendation is no action since the main part of the house that he actually already tore down and cleaned up now, that he already cleaned up, is already gone because that's what had the damaged roofing, the damaged holes into the walls, the broken windows. He's also removed the carport as well since taking these pictures.
So it's well on its way. I'm
Yes, sir.
comfortable with staff recommendation on this, Mayor.
Okay, is there anybody else that'd like to come forward? I'm going to close the public hearing and we're going to take no action. Thank you, sir. That brings up 702 Southwest Washington Avenue. Please come forward as John is making the presentation. John?
702 Southwest Washington Avenue, inactive water since 2/21/24. This structure has damaged roofing, broken window, siding, damaged soffit and trim. There is graffiti inside of the front, and within the front windows, as you see right from the porch. We have received calls on vagrancy on this structure. There are 2 secondary structures on this property as well. We posted on the property on 12/30/2025. As of this morning, no permits have been issued. Questions?
As of this morning,
No permits have been issued.
okay, and what is your recommendation here?
My recommendation will be to put this on the D&D.
Okay, and ma'am, would you want to speak on this one?
Yes, I do.
We
My
need
name
your
is-
name and address.
My name is Chrissy Berry. I live at 702 Washington. It is my home.
Oh, you live in this home?
It's my home.
Okay.
It's the only home I own.
Hold on just a minute for me. I think I forgot to say I'm opening the public hearing on 702 Southwest Washington Avenue. Anybody wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. Now let's go. You live in the home.
I'm working on it, so I'm there, and, well, I sleep.
But, okay, you do sleep there.
I get up.
Uh-huh. Okay, because John said I thought I heard him say vagrancy.
There was a lot. They're gone. They're gone. I had to put an eviction notice on everyone in my home, including my grandchildren. That's why I delayed and drug my feet getting an eviction notice on these people, because it meant that I had to evict my own grandchildren. And I did it. It was hard, but I did it.
Right.
But those people are all gone. They were homeless people. I had no idea Lawton had this big of a homeless problem, but they do. But they're gone from my home, and I'm fixing it. I've gotten trash out of it. They brought so much trash. It was horrible. But I had to take the, I actually got this first letter. What is this called?
This is the property maintenance code.
Yes, I first got this letter, and I went to their office, and I actually thanked them for sending this to me, because I was in the middle of doing the eviction, and I was able to take this to the judge and say, look, don't give these people no more time. I want them out now. And 15 days later, they were out. They were
Okay.
done. I had to go in there, and first of all, I had to forgive them, because I was extremely angry at everything that had happened. But I took the task on this, and I broke it down into smaller pieces, because physically that's about all I can do.
Ma'am, are you the property owner?
Yes,
You are the property owner?
yes.
Okay. Is there anybody else that wants to speak on this property? Okay. Councilwoman, do you have any questions for the property owner?
You said you're living here in that home.
I'm there now.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Do you understand our process? Because if the
No,
council...
I do not understand your process.
Okay, I'll explain
I
this
ain't been
for-
here since ninth grade.
Okay, hold on just a minute. I'll explain this for everybody. Please listen. Here's the process. If the council puts your property on the D&D list, you will have 30 business days, which happens to be 45 calendar days roughly, to get your permit. Then you have 6 months to bring the property into compliance. If you've made substantial progress, you can request an extension. So I think we have the same goal. Your goal is for this property to meet the codes of the city, right?
Yes, yes. This home it's part of the smaller section there, and they're all cute little cottage homes.
It looks very fixable. I hope
It
you fix
is.
it.
It is
But-
very fixable.
But my guess is the council will put it on the D&D, and we'll work with you through that process to get it in compliance, but it puts you on a timeline.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
tough
gonna-
part, but
Thank you. I'm going to close the public hearing since nobody else came when I asked. Councilwoman.
Move to approve a resolution declaring the structure on the property dilapidated, public nuisance, and authorize abatement thereof set forth in the resolution.
Is there a second? Second. We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. Steve, was that the property you were here for? Oh, okay. We're on 801 Southwest Summit Avenue right now. 801 Southwest Summit Avenue. John.
801 Southwest Summit Avenue, inactive water since 2/16 of 2022. This structure has damaged roofing, damaged siding, broken windows and doors. There is one secondary structure on this property. We posted on the property on 12/30 of 25. As of this morning, no permits have been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing. Anybody wish to come forward on 801 Southwest Summit Avenue? Please do so at this time. Yes, sir. Please tell us your name and address.
Okay, my name is Ricardo Mendoza. My name is Ricardo Mendoza. I just get this property. I started working inside. The foundation is good. Just in the left, in the corner, one root 3 breaking one corner, but all the foundation is still good. And I think this property, we can save it.
Okay, so your goal is to bring it back in compliance, make it livable, get it in compliance with the rules, right? Young man, did you have something you wanted to say, or are you just here for?
Yeah, here for translating. Yeah, he
Okay.
is my son.
Does anybody else want to speak on this item? Sir, I
Uh,
think the council, yes, sir.
One more question. This property has, in the right side, apartments. This one, that is not really good to fix it. I would like to remove, but I would like to say the house. I just started. I just get it 2 months ago.
Okay, my guess is the council's going to put this on the D&D list, and you'll have 45 days to get a permit for the demolition that you want to do. Is that right, John?
That's correct.
And the repair work that you want to do. And these guys will work with you. That's what they do. We want to get these houses where they're livable and follow the code, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. I'm going to close the public hearing.
Thank you.
Councilman?
Yeah, I had a couple questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, had you pulled, you haven't pulled the permit yet at all, right, on it? But you done work on it already?
No, I'm not done. I just started working inside.
Okay. John, the recommendation is to put on the D&D, and then you'll work with them to get it fixed, correct?
That is correct,
Okay.
yes, sir.
I move to approve a resolution declaring the structure on the property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton.
Yes.
Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries. That brings up 1116 Northwest Lincoln Avenue. If you would please make your way forward. John?
All right, 1116 Northwest Lincoln Avenue has inactive water since 5/4 of '23. The structure, as you can see, does have fire damage. Unfortunately, the fire report is unavailable. This structure does have damaged roofing, damaged siding, soffit, and trim. We have been called out here on vagrant issues. We posted on the property on 12/30/2025. As of today, no permits have been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 1116 Northwest Lincoln Avenue. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. Yes, sir. Please give us your name and address.
My name is Brian Adcock. Manage 1116 Northwest Lincoln Avenue. As of yesterday, it was bank foreclosed. Stride Bank owns it. They signed a contract for us to manage it and to fix or demolish it. We got here today, boarded it up. We're actively working on it.
Did you have this information, John?
No, sir, I did not.
With that information, what is the staff recommendation?
So with the new property owners on it and not speaking to them, staff recommendation is 30 days to table it and bring it back to the second meeting of, or excuse me, the first meeting of January.
Councilman, Ward 2 Councilman,
First meeting in February, yes, ma'am.
Teron, are you good with that?
I am.
Okay, so just say so moved.
So moved.
Is there a second? We do have a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll close the public hearing. Now, call the vote.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Bringing up 1417 Northwest 23rd Street, secondary structure. If that's your property, please come forward. John?
There we go. 1417 Northwest 23rd Street. These are both secondary structures. This property has inactive water since 11/20 of 2020. Both structures have damaged siding, damaged trim, and soffit. We posted on the property on 12/30 of 25. As of this morning, no permits have been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I will open the public hearing on 1417 Northwest 23rd Street. Anybody wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. Yes, sir, give us your name and address, please.
Brandon Hardigree, 1417 Northwest 23rd Street.
Okay, Brandon, what do you have to tell us?
I got my first notice of this 2 weeks ago. It was taped to my front gate. And before, there was an issue with the block structure that's currently up there. And I had talked to a code enforcement officer named Hankins, and he came back out and told me it looked fine to his standards. I'd used hydraulic cement to fix the cracks and covered the window back up that somebody had broken into. These are kind of newer pictures, if I can see. But it's got a new roof on it. It doesn't leak. I actively use it. I'm moving into it. I sold my previous home to move there.
John, are you aware of
I've got new
this?
pictures if you need to see them, because I'm like moving in. I just put new appliances in the house. I don't.
Okay, and this is on the secondary structure,
Correct.
not the house, obviously. Why don't you show your pictures to the Ward 1 councilman over here and to John, and then staff can give us a recommendation.
As soon as I got completely moved in, I'm matching the color to my exterior color.
So this is just on the secondary structure?
Yes.
Is that what I'm hearing? It's a storage shed?
Yes, I actively use it. It doesn't leak or nothing. It's got good roll roofing on it. At one point, we had a break and they had tried to tear some of the siding back and a board off the side, and they'd gotten in partially, but since then it's been corrected.
John, do you have a new recommendation for us, or?
So after looking at the photos after looking at the photos of the structures that the property owner has, there's still damaged siding on it. There's still rotting on the bottom. The soffit, the trim, there's still missing brick on the top, and there's also still rotting on the window where he boarded up the window. Staff recommendation is still to put these on the D&D.
Okay, now, John, let's just
Yes, sir.
clarify. If we put this on the D&D, and I suspect the council will, once he gets it right, you can take it off, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, this is an easy deal. Is there anyone else who want to come and speak on this? I'm going to close the public hearing. Councilman.
Move to approve a resolution declaring the structure on the property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Is there a second? Second. We do have a second. Please call the roll.
Hooten.
Yes.
Epps. Yes. Brown. Yes. Demery.
Yes.
Hampton. Yes. Uyghur. Yes. Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries, bringing up 2110 Northwest Bell Avenue. If that's your address, please come forward. Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, can you please repeat that address?
2110 Northwest Bell Avenue.
2110 Northwest Bell Avenue has had inactive water since 2/2 of 2013. This structure has damaged roofing, damaged siding, trim, broken windows. There is graffiti sprayed in one of the rooms of the structure, and we have received calls of vagrancy to this property. There is one secondary structure on the property. We posted on the property on 12/30 of 25. As of this morning, no permits have been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. And
Yes.
Give us your name and address, please.
Joe Stevens, Fight Jr. My address is 304 Northwest 19th.
Okay, and what do you have to tell us?
On 2110 Bell, it's owned by Red Door Properties, which I own. So it is mine. I have hired this young man right here to fix it up. And we're gonna get started on it pretty
Okay.
soon.
Have you already pulled your permit?
No, I didn't know I was supposed to.
Okay. But you haven't done any work since you've been served the papers, is that right?
Anyone?
You haven't done any work since you were served the papers?
No, not since I got this, but I
Okay.
hadn't had this very long.
And you do understand the process. If the council puts it on the DMD, you'll have 45 calendar days to get a permit. Then you have 6 months to bring it in compliance.
Okay.
Of course, extensions are possible if you make a lot of progress, but you're not quite done.
Okay.
So, okay. Councilman, do you have any questions?
No, sir, I don't. I move to approve.
Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Anyone else want to speak on this item? Did you guys want to say anything?
I just, like I said, we're gonna start on Monday, so.
Okay. Okay, we need to make sure we get a permit, okay? I'm going to close the public hearing. Councilman,
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve resolution declare the structures on this property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize abatement thereof set forth in the resolution.
is there a second? You have a second? Please call the roll.
Hooton. Yes. Epps.
Yes.
Brown. Yes. Demery. Yes. Hampton.
Yes.
Weiger. Yes. Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries. Now, I still see, that's all that I have a note that's here, but I still see people in the audience. John, do you recognize anybody here and their address, or maybe come forward?
I do have 5505 Northwest Eisenhower Drive.
Okay, we're going to go next with 5505 Northwest Eisenhower Drive, secondary structure. Please come forward. John.
5505 Northwest Eisenhower Drive, secondary structure. The property does have an active water count with the main structure. The secondary structure, does have damaged roof, damaged siding and trim, broken windows and doors. We posted on the property on 12/30/25. As of this morning, no permits have been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'm going to open the public hearing on 5505 Northwest Eisenhower Drive. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward at this time. Would you please give us your name and address, and then whatever you have to tell us?
Michael Mosley, 5505 Northwest Eisenhower Drive.
Okay.
So we are actively working on the shed, the secondary structure that you see here. We have a team that's supposed to be coming out and working on it, but of course, by the time we found them, it was around the holidays. So they're pretty slow to get started, and their permits, I'm not sure where they are on that, because I know they're supposed to have permits to get started on the shed. I am actively speaking with the leader. His name is Christian Wagers. He's the one leading the construction for the roof. Last we spoke, he has the materials that he needed in order to fix the shed, so the roofings and the windows will be done. Unfortunately, I don't have a timeline when that would happen, because with anything, these structures take time, and we're still waiting on him to tell us when his permit comes in to actually get started. But work has been done. The vehicles that were that was in the shed has been taken out and has been cleaned up.
Great. Probably this is going to go on the D&D, just looking at the pictures. And all it really does is put you on a timeline to get it back in compliance.
Right, but the problem is we don't know Christian's timeline, because anytime I speak to him, he's waiting on permits.
He's going to be put on a timeline, and you're going to need to keep him in that timeline or find another contractor, I would guess.
Okay.
Okay? Now, is there anybody else wishing to speak on this item? I'm going to close the public hearing. This is Ward 8. Who's making the, okay, Bob.
Mayor, I would, and council, move to approve the resolution declaring the structure on the property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
We do have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Yes. Epps. Yes. Brown. Yes. Demery. Yes. Hampton. Yes. Weiger. Yes. Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries. Is there anybody here to speak on a property that they got a D&D notice on? Anybody here to speak on a property they got a D&D notice on? What's the address?
What's your address, sir? 1211 25th.
Okay, we're on 1211 Southwest 25th Street.
Hold on one second.
John.
There it is right there. All right, 1211 Southwest 25th Street. This property does have active water, damaged roofing, damaged siding, damaged soffit and trim. There was a fire on the structure. Unfortunately, the fire date is unavailable. This does have broken windows and doors. We posted on the property on 12/30/25. As of today, no permits have been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 1211 Southwest 25th Street. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward at this time. Sir, if you'd step up and tell us your name and address.
Howard Short, and we wanted, this is my brother-in-law, we representing Mama house because she's deceased. So we want to get it in compliance, if it's all right.
Okay, great. That's what we want. We want it in compliance. Do you have anything else to tell us, sir?
No, no.
Okay, is there anybody else wanting to speak on this item?
Yeah.
I'm going to close the public hearing. Councilman?
From what I understand, he said it's his mother's house and he wants to bring it into compliance.
That is correct, yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, sir, you do understand you have to pull a permit on it and the timeline, okay. All right, thank you. Yeah, with that, staff recommendation, put it on D&D. With that, I move to approve a resolution to declare the structure on the property dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Second.
We do have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Anyone else here to speak on a particular property? Henry, I think we already did yours.
Oh, right here.
Come on up, ma'am.
What's your address, sir? 1903 Southwest Monroe Avenue.
Okay, so we move to 1903 Southwest Monroe Avenue. John?
1903 Southwest Monroe Avenue does inactive water since 6/20 of 2014. This structure does, if you look on the side, does have damaged roofing, damaged siding and skirting, and a broken window. We posted on the property on 12/30/25. As of this morning, no permits have been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 1903 Southwest Monroe Avenue. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward at this time. Yes, sir, please give us your name and address.
My name is James Mills. I'm taking care of this property for Joseph Russell. He passed away. His sister lives in the trailer house next door, and she has trouble doing this. But I've got the yard all cleaned up, and I'm going to try to get the thing all fixed up.
Okay, so the goal is to clean up and come in compliance, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's our goal too. Is there anybody else here that would like to speak? Are you wanting to speak? No. Not on this address? Anybody else want to speak on 1903 Southwest Monroe? Okay, I'm going to close the public hearing. Councilwoman.
Move to approve the resolution declaring the structure on the property dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, come on up and we'll deal with yours next.
1006 Southwest 6th Street.
Okay, we move to 1006 Southwest 6th Street. John?
1006 Southwest 6th Street. Inactive water since 1/18 of 2017. The structure has damaged roofing, damaged siding, damaged soffit and trim, broken windows and doors. We posted on the property on, and then on the siding damage, you can actually see through inside of some of the rooms that is damaged. Posted on the property on 12/30/25. As of this morning, no permits have been issued or that is active on this property. Any questions?
Seeing none, I open the public hearing on 1006 Southwest 6th Street. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. Yes, ma'am, please give us your name.
Hello, my name is Brooke Wesley, speaking for Ciriaco Rivera for 1006 Southwest 6th Street. He's asking to get more time to update his property. He has updated photos. He's got, since then, I don't know if you want to show these guys here. Believe he does have a permit on it since the 25th of December, from what it says on the 25th, or excuse me, the 23rd of 2025.
So do you think you can get this fixed in the next 6 months?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, great. Because our goal is that you fix it in 6 months. Actually, I think we give you 45 days to get the permit, and it's 6 months after you get the permit.
Tienes que agarrar un permiso. No, pero tienes que, ok, pues eso, él nomás está diciendo eso, ok, 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 y luego.
Is there anyone else that wants to speak on this property? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Councilman?
Yes, and they're aware that you just pull a permit and fix the house and then report to the city. Make sure to report to him your progress. Yeah, I move to approve the resolution declaring the structures on this property dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
We do have a second. Please call the roll.
Hooten. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries. Anyone else here for a particular property? Okay, we're going to go to 311 Southwest Park Avenue. John?
311. Southwest Park Avenue, inactive water since 3:30 of 23. This structure has damaged roofing, damaged siding, soffit and trim, broken windows and doors. We have received calls on vagrancy on this structure. We posted on the property on 12:30 of 25. As of this morning, no permits have been applied for. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 311 Southwest Park Avenue. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Councilman?
I move to approve resolution declaring the structures on this property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
We do have a second. Please call the roll.
Hooten. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries, bringing up 503 Southwest Summit Avenue, secondary structure. John?
503 Southwest Summit Avenue, secondary structure. The property does have active water count. The fire date, as you can see, the structure did catch fire. Unfortunately, the fire date is not on file. This structure has fire damage on the north side of the structure that damaged the siding and the interior studs of the structure. Property owner is replacing the siding, as you can see in the picture on the left. We posted on the property on 12/30 of 25. As of this morning, no permit has been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 503 Southwest Summit Avenue, secondary structure. Anybody wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Councilman?
I move to approve a resolution declaring the structures on this property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Is there a second? We do have a second. Please call the roll.
Hooten. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries, bringing up 809 Southwest Fifth Street. John?
809 Southwest 5th Street, inactive water since 1/13 of 24. This structure has broken windows and doors, damaged siding and trim. Concrete is separated from the structure on the foundation. Multiple calls of vagrancy on this property. We posted on the property on 12/30 of 25. As of this morning, no permits have been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 809 Southwest Fifth Street. Anyone wish to speak on this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Councilman?
I move to approve a resolution declaring the structures on this property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Do we have a second? We do have a second. Please call the roll.
Hooten. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries, bringing up 809 Southwest Park Avenue, secondary structure. John.
809 Southwest Park Avenue, secondary structure. The property does have an active water account. The structure does have damaged roofing, damaged siding. Structure, as you can see, is actually looks like it is falling in on itself. We posted on the property on 12/30 of '25. As of this morning, no permits have been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I will open the public hearing on 809 Southwest Park Avenue, secondary structure. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Councilman.
I move to approve resolution declaring the structures on this property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries, bringing up 906 Southwest Jefferson Avenue. John.
906 Southwest Jefferson Avenue does have an active water count. As you can see, that there is fire damage on the corner of the house. Unfortunately, I do not have a fire report. This structure has damaged roofing, siding, trim, and soffit, broken windows. There is one secondary structure on the property. We posted on the property on 12/30/25. As of this morning, no permits have been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 906 Southwest Jefferson Avenue. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I will close. Are you coming forward to speak? No. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Councilwoman.
Move to approve a resolution declaring the structure on the property dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries, bringing up 1309 Southwest E Avenue. John.
1309, excuse me, 1309 Southwest E Avenue does have active water. There is fire damage to the north side of the structure, damage to the siding, soffit, and trim, broken windows. We posted on the property on 12/30/25. As of this morning, no permits issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 1309 Southwest E Avenue. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Councilman.
I move to approve a resolution declaring the structures on this property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
So second, we do have a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries, bringing up 1316 Southwest D Avenue, secondary structure. John.
1316 Southwest D Avenue. The property does have an active account. The structure has damaged roofing, damaged siding, broken windows and doors. We posted on the property on 12/30/25. As of this morning, no permits have been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 1316 Southwest D Avenue. Anyone wish to speak on this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Councilman.
I move to approve a resolution declaring the structures on this property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries, bringing up 1719 Southwest Jefferson Avenue. John.
1719 Southwest Jefferson Avenue, inactive water since 1/1/2014. This structure has damaged roofing, damaged skirting, siding, and broken windows. We posted on the property on 12/30/25. As of this morning, no permit has been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 1719 Southwest Jefferson Avenue. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Councilwoman.
Move to approve a resolution declaring the structure on the property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries, bringing up 3115 Northwest Kenyon Avenue. John.
3115 Northwest Kenyon Avenue, inactive water since 4/14 of 2025. This structure does have damaged roofing, damaged siding, damaged trim and soffit, broken windows. We posted on the property on 12/30 of 25. As of this morning, no permits have been issued. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 3115 Northwest Kenyon Avenue. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Councilman.
I'd like to move that we approve a resolution declaring the structures on the property dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Is there a second? We do have a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Okay, was someone else keeping track of these? Did I get them all? Yeah.
You got them all, sir.
All right, I need a motion to adjourn. And a second? I have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Okay, this meeting is adjourned, and the council meeting scheduled to start at 6 will start at 6:05, okay? After the water meeting? Oh, well, the water meeting starts first, sorry.
This button right there.
Okay.
Council, please take your seats. Council members, please take your seats. Okay, it's time to get started. This meeting of the Lawton Water Authority special meeting is called to order. Please call the roll.
Hooten. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Present.
Warren.
Business item number 1, consider and take action with respect to approving a resolution with the Lawton Water Authority of the borrower agreeing to file application with the Oklahoma Water Resources Board, the board, for financial assistance through the Financial Assistance Program, FAP loan program, with the loan proceeds being for the purpose of financing certain water system improvements, water line replacements, approving and authorizing a financial assistance program, FAP loan, for the Oklahoma Water Resources, from the Oklahoma Water Resources Board, in the total aggregate principal amount of not to exceed $1.5 million, approving the issuance of a promissory note or notes in one or more series in the total aggregate principal amount of not to exceed $1.5 million, secured by a pledge of revenues and authorizing its execution, approving and authorizing the execution of a loan agreement for financial assistance program, FAP loan, designating a local trustee, and approving and authorizing the execution of a trust agreement, approving and authorizing the execution of a security agreement, ratifying and confirming a lease agreement as amended pertaining to certain water, sanitary sewer, and refuse systems, approving various covenants, approving and authorizing the establishment of a project's cost disbursement account, and containing other provisions related thereto. Rusty.
Yes, this past year, Willow Springs Townhouse and Condominium Complex came to the city. They have a private water lines. They are located within the city limits, have a private water line within their townhouses and their and everything that is reached its life. And what they came to us requesting that the city do an improvement district, and what the improvement district does is basically it finances with a lien filed against these property owners. It takes majority of the property owners to request this, and a resolution came to council in December establishing the improvement district, and with a 30-day period for public comments. No public comments came in. This is the next step in the process, is acquiring the financing for the improvements of construction of a water line within this facility. This water line will be in public utility easements and will belong to the city of Lawton after it is completed. And the property owners there will be repaying that loan over a set period. When this project is completed, it will establish the final cost for construction and design. And at that time, the council will set how long that financing period would be for. But this is the first step in financing and funding that work.
Ready for questions?
Yes.
Council, do you have any questions?
Yes, sir, Mayor.
Yes, Mr. Uyghur.
Rusty, is it correct in the understanding that the liens that would be put on are actually added to the tax bill, or is that going to be a separate lien from the tax bill? And that will be, that note will be carried over even if individuals sell their properties, that will be assumed by new owners, correct?
Yeah, it will not be on their tax bill. This will be a separate bill sent from the city of Lawton to pay this annual fee. Again, before we send out the bill every year, we'll verify property owners, but it is tied to the property, so it would be, could potentially be assigned. Yes, the property owner that's selling the property would have the option to pay off their portion to potentially make the property more appealing to the next guy. But until their part is paid in full, that lien would continue on.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions? Yes, sir.
Yeah, what was the approximate amount of the payment? We talked about it a month or so ago.
I wasn't supposed to speak on this item, so I didn't bring my notes.
All right.
But no, it was, I want to say it was between 12 and 1,800 annually per 65 property owners. But that was amortizing it out for 30 years. So that was the worst case, best case scenario.
And that 1,800's among 65 property owners?
It's a year.
Okay, annually. Okay.
Yeah, annually and there's 65 property owners. So depending on, what the ultimate cost end up being, everything gets divided by the 65 evenly. And then again, like Rusty said, it'd be up to council how long we amortize that out.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
It was $1,700 over a 30-year, over a 15-year, and $1,100 per year over 15, over 1,700 for 15 years, 1,100 for 30 years.
You good? Mr. Hampton?
Yeah, just for clarity, this is an association, this neighborhood, I mean, how do they tie in together under one entity at all?
They have a homeowners / condo townhouse association.
Like the HOA?
Yes, they have a HOA for them.
Okay.
But as far as tying to the city, there's one connection and then there's a loop.
Okay. My concern, I think, was like something that was already mentioned, that the city makes sure that we're able to collect this money. We're not all going to be here. I'll be gone 3 years, but some of the staff may be gone, and to ensure that.
Yeah, we discussed this all with finance. We'll have it in our billing system. And so, we'll be able to keep track of it. And then again, we'll verify each owner every year. That's to make sure we send it to the right people. State statute says we have to send it to everyone that's on the treasurer's office, but the treasurer's office only updates their ownership once a year. So we'll also do our due diligence and check with the clerk's office and the assessor's office to make sure that we're sending it to who we believe is the current property owner.
Okay, I think Rusty was involved with it. I don't know if you were, Christine, but as the Water Resource Board, when we were clearing up a lot of that stuff, some of the associations that we had done some agreements with just kind of upped up and left the city hanging with the ball.
Yeah,
And I just want to make sure.
This group is within the city limits. So
Okay.
it does not have an outside water sales agreement. They each individually have water accounts.
I understand.
And stuff, but
And the lien will be on each individual property. So really it's not tied to the association at all.
Okay, all right, but as long as we make sure the details, appreciate it.
Mr. Warren?
I just had a quick question. I hate trying to collect liens just from past experience. Do we have the ability to control water access if that's not paid as a first method of, or is
Again,
it simply a lien? I mean,
We will have a lien on the property. Again, if there's somebody that comes into, breach of that lien, I believe that would be something that we would bring to the council and have you bless off on what those next steps would be. When we do set the loan, we will also set late fees and stuff like that associated with it. So we will have that mechanism. That's all in our control.
I just want to, I hope we have something to be able to poke them with a stick if we have to, rather than go through the whole process of the lien.
Right.
Other questions? Seeing none, can I get a motion? Have a motion for approval and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Yes. Epps.
Yes.
Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
With that, can I get a motion for adjournment? We do have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
That meeting stands adjourned. Are we ready? Okay. We're going to have a slight delay for technology before we get this meeting open. Okay, we're going to call this regularly scheduled meeting of the Lawton City Council to order. Please stand for the invocation by Reverend Howell Timms of the First Assembly of God Church, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Reverend?
God, you're an awesome God, and we come before your presence, and we just say thank you for a day that wasn't promised to us. We thank you for your grace and your mercy and your loving kindness. And, oh God, as we come together, oh God, we intercede on the behalf of our nation. We intercede on the behalf of our community, our government, oh God, and we just pray, oh God, that you give us wisdom, give us understanding and knowledge, oh God. And also pray, God, that we become men and women of integrity, oh God. And then we fall before your presence, oh God. Not only do we pray for our nation, we pray for the leadership, but we also pray because of drugs and alcohol. And then, Father God, we just come before your presence. It's not about us, but it's about you, oh God. And we give you the glory and honor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and Reverend Timms, thank you. And I think I got the name of your church wrong. It's First Assembly Church of God. Is that correct? First Assembly Church of God. I apologize for that. Thank you for coming and praying for us. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Here. Epps. Here. Brown. Here. Demery. Here. Hampton. Here. Weiger. Present. Williams.
Present.
Warren.
Okay, and item number 1, the 2026 New Year's Address.
New Year Lawton Fort Sill, there's something powerful about standing at the very beginning of a new year together, filled with gratitude for how far we have come and excitement for everything that still lies ahead. A new year reminds us that progress is always possible, that growth never stops, and that the future is shaped by what we choose to build together. For the past several years, Lawton has been planning, growing, and moving with intention. We have worked carefully to set direction, strengthen systems, and prepare for what comes next. And now, in 2026, we step fully into a year of building. This work is guided by our True North culture, a commitment to create a community of choice where families thrive through a citizen-centric approach. It reminds us that the city exists to serve its people, that every decision should be citizen-focused, and that excellence is not optional. It is the standard. We promised even more in 24, and because of that, we have thrived in 25. Now, with your passing of Propel 2040, we will be building Lawton brick by brick in 26. This theme captures the spirit of what we are doing as a city. Brick by brick, we are building a stronger future for every child and every family in Lawton. It speaks to the legacy investments we are making in parks, roads, public safety, infrastructure, STEM education, youth opportunity, and the everyday quality of life that shapes a community. Every project we complete, every improvement we make, and every program we launch becomes another brick placed with purpose for the future our children will inherit. In 2026, Lawton is building the future brick by brick. This year is about creating the strong, stable foundation our community deserves. And as we begin this year of building, one truth is clear. The best days for Lawton are still ahead. At Elmer Thomas Park, we're investing in how people experience the park every single day. The new boardwalk, pedestrian bridge, and boathouse will reconnect families to the water, improve access, and create safer, more inviting spaces for everyone. These projects strengthen one of Lawton's most beloved places and reinforce what it means to be a community of choice where families thrive. Brick by brick in 26, we're building spaces where everyday moments become lasting memories and where Lawton continues to move forward together. Strong parks help build strong neighborhoods. Each park we touch adds another brick to the foundation our children will stand on that is stronger, steadier, and ready for tomorrow. Across Lawton, we continue to invest in neighborhood parks, playgrounds, walking trails, splash pads, and recreational spaces that bring families together and give kids safe places to play, grow, and build confidence. These investments quietly shape daily life in every corner of our city. This is Kids First in action, creating safe, welcoming spaces for our kids. Neighborhood parks are the everyday bricks that make Lawton a place families choose to stay and grow together. The renovation of the Museum of the Great Plains represents our commitment to preserving our shared history while creating a modern, engaging experience for future generations. This project strengthens education, tourism, and cultural pride by protecting the stories that shaped our region and continue to share them with care and purpose. By renewing the museum, we're setting bricks that bridge our past to our future, giving the next generation something solid to learn from. Strong cities are built on strong infrastructure, and in 2026, brick by brick, we are strengthening what lies beneath our feet through major investments in roads, utilities, drainage, and public safety. Systems that our residents rely on every single day. These projects strengthen reliability, improve traffic flow, enhance emergency response, and ensure our neighborhoods remain safe, accessible, and ready for the future. And our investments reflect our true north commitment to doing the right work the right way, building systems that serve people reliably, efficiently, and with long-term care. Infrastructure is the unseen brick that holds the whole city together. McMahon Auditorium has long been a place where Lawton gathers for concerts, graduations, performances, and celebrations. Through major renovations, we are renewing this historic space so it can continue serving as a stage for creativity, learning, and shared experiences for decades to come. At McMahon, every renovation is a brick lifted back into place on a cultural cornerstone that will hold up new voices and new dreams. These projects are not just improvements for today. They are proof that the best days are still ahead. The new animal shelter reflects compassion, responsibility, and community care in action. This facility will improve animal welfare, increase adoption opportunities, and strengthen public health and safety across Lawton Fort Sill. This shelter is a brick of compassion in our city's foundation. The new sports complex will support youth development, teamwork, discipline, health, and economic growth through tournaments and visitors. It will be a place where kids grow in confidence, families gather with pride, and Lawton shines on a regional stage. The Plex is a powerful expression of our kids' first commitment, laying bricks of confidence, teamwork, discipline, and pride. When complete, Lawton will be home to the premier youth sports program in Oklahoma, giving our kids opportunities that match their potential. When we invest in our kids, we invest in a future where the best days are still ahead. Vista Youth Science Institute reflects our commitment to STEM education, hands-on learning, and sparking curiosity in young minds. This space will allow children to explore science, technology, innovation, and creativity in ways that prepare them for the future economy and the careers of tomorrow. This is Kids First at its core, investing in curiosity, innovation, and the limitless potential of our children. Phi-Sci builds curiosity brick by brick, giving kids a place where questions become possibilities and possibilities become futures. As we look across everything we are building in 2026, our parks, our cultural spaces, our neighborhoods, our youth programs, our safety, and our future, it becomes clear that this work did not happen by chance. It happened because a community chose to believe in itself and to invest in what lasts. Lawton is becoming a community of choice where families thrive because we are intentional about what we build and why we build it. Years ago, the citizens of Lawton stepped forward and voted yes on Propel. That vote was not just about projects, it was about vision. It was about trust. It was about choosing to build a stronger future together. Every brick we are laying today traces back to that moment. Brick by brick, your passion for progress is becoming parks and pathways, programs and places, opportunity and progress. Brick by brick, your vote became the foundation we are standing on right now. Brick by brick in 26 reminds us that the future is not something we wait for, it is something we build together. To every resident who believes in this city, These bricks belong to you. And years from now, when children run through these parks, learn in these spaces, and dream in these neighborhoods, they will be standing on a foundation built by the citizens of Lawton. Built with care, built with purpose, and built with pride. As we step into 2026 together, let's keep building the future one brick at a time. Lawton is building its future with purpose, with pride, and with faith that the best days are still ahead, brick by brick.
Brick by brick in 26!
All right, brick by brick in 26. And let me tell you, didn't the media department do a great job putting that together and getting those kids involved? Caitlin, if you're here, stand up. And is any of your team here tonight? No, sir. Okay, well, we appreciate you. Let's give them one more round of applause before we move on. Brick by brick in 26. It's going to be an exciting year as we get all this started and some of it finished, right? Item number 2, we receive a report from Lawton Public Schools on the 2025 Makerspace Camp. Vanessa, how are you?
So, the red light is on. Good evening. My name is Vanessa Perez. I am the Director of Instructional Technology at Lawton Public Schools. We are celebrating the 4th year as of June 2025 of the Makerspace Camp, which we do in partnership with the City of Lawton and other community organizations. We are the very happy recipients of a Youth Family Affairs grant that we have had from the beginning. I would like to go ahead and run into the presentation and tell you more about the camp. So, we are currently housed at the Life Ready Center. Initially, we began at neighborhoods. After our first year, we found that it was beneficial for us to be instead at the collaborative site of the Life Ready Centers, formerly Tomlinson Middle School, where I actually taught. We found that students benefited from visiting the site because they are more likely to see themselves there in the future as they grow because they are familiar with the site. So the camp serves 3rd through 12th grade. We initially started with 3rd through 5th grade, and for many of our students, that was their initial exposure to the Life Ready Center. Next, please. So this is just an image of our students doing the cardboard boat race at Reinhardt Base at the pool there. It is a annual thing that we do every spring for all of our elementary schools, and we just do this also during the summer as a nice thing. Next, I believe we have a video. If you'll continue on. So for the Makerspace Camp, we do a pre and a post test at the beginning and end of every session, and by session, I mean we do the full month of June. So the pre and post test is basically we give them a real world challenge, and we are evaluating the students based on the engineering design process, not on whether there's a right or wrong answer, but on whether throughout the camp, are they learning how to plan? Are they learning how to iterate? Are they learning how to problem solve? That's how we measure success. Next one, please. This is showing a list of the different you could call them classes, topics that we have from year to year. We started in 2022 with aviation, construction, culinary, Lego, and multimedia. Our kids do a 4-day week, and then the next week they go into a different cycle. You can see that by 2025, we had moved into 16 different categories, and those were based on student suggestion. We do a survey at the end of every year to see what students want to learn. It was also based on who entered our atmosphere and what their interests were in. So if we get someone who's fantastic at fashion, we were like, how can we take advantage of this? But we try primarily to serve what are our students interested in. Next, please. For our staff, we have a unit specialist for each topic. Again, some of those topics like aviation and 3D printing, we want to make sure that we have someone who really knows what they're about and can really teach the kids what to do. So the students, again, rotate every week in groups. Each group is accompanied by 2 facilitators. Those are adults who remain with them for the whole month. That's so that those adults can help build relationships with those students as they stay with us. We also have teenage student assistants for the elementary camp. Next, please. So our demographics have changed. We try to track from year to year the number of students impacted, students of color. We started in 2024 tracking how many students were involved in special education. We try to make sure that we are trying to serve our most vulnerable students while keeping it as open as possible to our Lawton Public School students. Thank you. We try to take them on field trips. We're part of the community. For many of our students, they never get to go to places. You would be shocked at the number of students who, when we take them to the Wichita Wildlife Refuge, it's their first time. And it's so close. And if you see their little faces when they see a bison for the first time, it's pretty fantastic. In addition to that, we take them to the Great Plains Museum. They also got to see Painted Sky, which was opera, Bach and the Boombox, and experience Lawton Community Theater, and that was provided by Arts for All. We were very, very lucky that they also came to our camp and they did different arts classes. So they got a lot of exposure. We also work with FISTA. You saw FISTA in the previous video for the city, excuse me. OSU came down and also did aviation. We had a NASA solar system ambassador. We want to give our kids as much, if we can't take them to the city, we want the city to come to them. We want the science to come to them. We've done in our time, we've also visited the airport. Our airport, if you haven't seen, is doing great renovations. So hopefully they get to a point where we can go out again this year. Because a lot of our kids have never been on a plane, let alone touched a plane. So it's a good time. Next, please. And then for our final day, if we get to do our camp again this year, you will also all be invited to that. We do the end of camp expo where our kids get to show off what they do. And they're all very excited to share what they do. I just wanted to share with you the report and let you know, your kids are in good hands.
Vanessa, great report, and probably the part I liked the most was the way your face lit up when you talked about kids seeing bison for the first time, and teachers do such an important thing. I appreciate this partnership with Lawton Public Schools, and so everybody knows this is funded by money from Propel, the very first Propel that we called Youth and Family Affairs Committee. And as you could see from everything that was presented there in that list, it continues to grow. And the whole thing is about keeping kids busy, and two, giving them something that helps them further in their life, and that's certainly STEM education does that. Let's give Vanessa a big round of
Thank you.
applause. Thank you, Vanessa. Now for the True North Award recipient, John.
Good evening, everyone. Can I get Jeffrey Durrell to come on down? I am really excited to present this award to you tonight, Jeffrey. Most of you probably don't know Jeff. Come on closer, Jeff. Jeff is our chief chemist at our Medicine Park water treatment plant and our Southeast water treatment plant. And he may have the most important job in the city, and that's ensuring that we have clean and safe drinking water. And it's of vital and critical importance to everything that we do. We talk about building our community brick by brick, and you can't do that without safe and clean drinking water. And I would encourage our new council persons, if you haven't been to our water treatment plants, you need to go, because it's impressive what they do out there. I kind of thought that, it would be kind of routine. The water comes in, you treat it, you make sure it's safe, but it's anything but routine, because the water doesn't come in the same way every day. When it rains, it's going to come in, it's going to be more cloudy, it's going to require more treatment. So it's very fascinating what they do, and they perform such a critical function that's of vital importance to our community. Jeff does it in such a professional way. He's usually locked away in a trailer or a lab somewhere or an office, and he does an amazing job. And so it's really neat to recognize people like yourself, and please give Jeff a round of applause.
And now we're going to present the proclamation for Citizen of the Month to Felicia Maddox. Felicia, please come forward with the Mayor's Commission. All right. How you guys doing? Felicia, how are you? Blessed. I love it. All right, this is exciting times, because I'm going to tell you the Mayor's Commission most months picks a citizen to award the proclamation to and talk about the way they do. I'm going to tell you, we can't have a great city without great citizens being involved, and it's such an important thing. And certainly Felicia is worthy of this proclamation, whereas Ms. Felicia Maddox has demonstrated an exceptional and sustained commitment to serving others through selfless volunteerism, faith-based service, and community support. And whereas for more than 26 years, Mrs. Maddox has faithfully served as the financial secretary of Living Word Ministry Church of God in Christ, providing dedicated leadership, integrity, and stewardship in support of the church's mission and outreach. Whereas Ms. Maddox is actively involved in her community through continued volunteer service with St. John's Missionary Baptist Church, where she contributes her time and talents to strengthen and uplift those around her. Whereas Ms. Maddox and her husband devoted 2 years as foster parents, providing care, stability, and love to children in need without compensation prior to becoming adoptive parents, demonstrating extraordinary compassion and commitment to the well-being of families and children. Whereas Mrs. Maddox continues to support families in her community by assisting parents with child care during times of financial hardship, ensuring that working families receive help when they need it most. Whereas in addition to organized service, Mrs. Maddox consistently volunteers her time to assist neighbors and individuals in need, contributing approximately 78 hours of volunteer service annually through personal acts of kindness and support. Whereas Mrs. Maddox's life of service is rooted in humility, generosity, and faith, and her positive influence has strengthened families, churches, and the broader Comanche County community. I do hereby proclaim Ms. Felicia Maddox as Citizen of the Month for the month of January 2026. And on behalf of the City of Lawton, thank you for setting an inspirational example for others that rises to the highest level of some kind of wonderful. Thank you so much. Now we take a picture. Step in here. All right, and would you like to say a little something?
I just would like to say thank you for this honor. I don't do things to be recognized. Me and my husband, he's educated, worked in the education field for 44 years, and I worked in the education field for 10 or 15 years, but we love people. We love our community, and we love Lawton. We went to Houston for 9 years, but we ran back after our time was up. So we are so grateful to be back in Lawton, and thank you, Mayor Booker. Thank you, Councilwoman Williams, and thank you all. Thank you for your counsel.
All right, another round of applause. And now, Ms. Alberti is going to speak on behalf of the Mayor's Commission.
First of all, for the Mayor's Commission, I'd like to say Happy New Year to this year. I know great and wonderful things are going to take place. Just as we presented Citizens Month today, we encourage everyone to find someone, locate someone, you know someone that's out there in the community is making a difference in people's lives. We ask you to submit their name to us, and in a few weeks, we'll be having submissions for the Outstanding Woman of Comanche County for this year. We look forward to you submitting someone great that you think is not doing anything, submit it, so we can celebrate them for a Lawton birthday celebration. And thank you again.
Let's give the Mayor. Right, thank you guys so much. Okay, we're going to change this up a little bit so Dr. A.J. Griffin can give us a presentation. And we're going to jump to item 46 real quick so that we don't keep her here till midnight or whenever we get through talking. Item 46, receive a status report from Dr. A.J. Griffin on contracted community improvement initiatives and take action as deemed necessary. Dr. Griffin?
Thank you, Mayor Booker. Thank you, members of the City Council, members of the public. Thank you very much for allowing me to be here with you this evening, and I'll give you a status report where we are. But since it's the first time I'm addressing you, and I know we have new members of the council this evening, the first thing I want to say is thank you. Thank you to the City of Lawton for taking on a challenge, and that is working towards 100% of the members of this community having access to full participation as citizens. And when we discuss the needs of individuals who are unhoused in any community, it's very easy, and a lot of our communities across the state are simply deciding to ignore that and hope it'll go away. But I wanted to commend you for being proactive in addressing. I work for an organization that has 3 goals. Those are thriving children, supported families, and resilient communities. And I can tell that the City of Lawton is working to be a resilient community and meet that 100% threshold where every citizen is involved. Addressing the issues of homelessness is a very complex issue. There is no silver bullet, there is no right answer. But when addressing complex issues, we need to consider 3 things. The first is that we must explore the issue from all perspectives. And that is the first thing that we'll be taking on as we begin our work. We must then also identify and maximize all available resources. We use an approach called asset-based community development. That means we start with what do we have, and we build from there. But we'll be identifying gaps along the way. And then the last thing is to understand the constraints that hold us back. Could be the law, could be the systems that we have established, and the demands of the public. And we'll keep those in mind. We will approach this understanding that as individuals, we are all responsible for our own choices and the outcomes of those choices. However, communities can build systems that make it more likely that everyone has access to the supports and services they need to thrive. And obviously with the Kids First agenda for the City of Lawton, you all understand that. What we've done so far is almost finalize the members of a steering committee. The steering committee are all individuals of this community that importantly will not stand to benefit individually through their business or their own personal work to benefit from any of the recommendations that come from our work. So the steering committee is almost completely in place. I need to get confirmation from 3 more people. So we should have the members of the steering committee ready to announce at the next meeting. We will convene a group as a group of stakeholders to identify the gaps in our system, inform the public of what is available currently to meet the needs of all citizens, to establish accountability of the individuals in this community, of the systems that serve and services that provide support to them, and accountability among those that are enforcing the law, and to inspire collaboration. This is probably the most important part of this work, is to take a look at the assets available in this community, make sure that they're working together and they're creating a cohesive approach to the issue. We will also plan to present some policy recommendations. Those will include policy recommendations for the local level, but also some state policy recommendations, because Lawton is not alone in its willingness to take on a tough task and address this issue across the state. And we're constrained very frequently by the way the state approaches some things. Someone said once, you're an expert in homelessness. I'm actually not. I've never one single day experienced living without permanent shelter in my life. I'm not an expert in homelessness. I am, however, very well versed in the connections between federal, state, and local law, the service system across the state of Oklahoma, the social services safety net that should be in place, and how to maximize community assets to make sure we're making the most of what we have. So with that, Mr. Mayor, I yield the floor and ask for any questions.
Well, I really like that last line, maximize community assets. I love it. Anybody have questions or comments they want to make? All right. AJ, thank you for coming.
Thank you, ma'am.
Appreciate it. We look forward to continuing to work with you to develop that homeless action plan. And thank you for driving down. And that brings up our reports by the mayor, city council, and city manager. We're going to start with Mrs. Julia Sabilla from Fort Sill.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and Happy New Year's to everyone. Sir, just want to start out by saying thank you to the community for all the participation in our Toys for Kids program for the holidays. We had a lot of support from the Lawton Fort Sill community, and it was really well received, largest that we've ever had, so thank you. And share with the community, we have a couple of exciting events taking place on Fort Sill in the next month or so, and I want to invite the community to come out. You're always welcome to participate in Fort Sill events. Very easy to request base access online. You can just Google it and put in your information. We have a pretty active and fun run series, and we have 2 very unusual events that I want to share with you. One is the Polar Plunge that is on the 24th of January. That's at Elmer Thomas Lake. This is a little bit different. It involves a run, walk, or ruck, and then a jump in a very warm lake, we think. And then in February, we have our 5th annual Buffalo Soldiers Run, And this is more than a run. This is a historic appreciation of the past and of what the Buffalo Soldiers did for the Lawton Fort Sill community. So it has a historic feel to it. We always have a compelling speaker, and the run walk takes place on the Buffalo Soldiers Trail that we renamed a few years ago, and it has historic markers throughout. So the idea was that the run would be more than a recreational activity, it would also be a learning opportunity. And I tell you this because we'd love to have a big crowd come out. Most of our runs get sold out. We cap the swag at 500. So if you want to pay for it, you can. You get a medal and a t-shirt and all of that. Or you can just come out for free without the swag and bring your kids and dog and come out and run or walk and enjoy a lot. We have a lot of people who come out and do that for free. That's all I have, sir.
All right, great report, and we always appreciate partnering with Fort Sill, and we love to call ourselves Lawton Fort Sill. Mr. Warren.
I would just want to kind of echo what I said the other day at the swearing in, and just wish everybody, the public, the council, a very happy new year. I think that this will probably be the busiest year, at least in the recent past, probably going back 10 or 15 years. We've got so many projects that are coming alive that have been funded through different CIPs, and the funding is finally in place for a lot of them. And so it will be a very busy time. You're going to have some issues with some streets, getting down them, because there's going to be a lot of construction, but that's a good thing. And I just really look forward to the accomplishments of the citizens and the city council and the staff in this next year.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Williams.
Just say Happy New Year to everyone, and may you have a prosperous new year. I'm just excited about the things that's going to be happening this year in Ward 7. We'll continue to paint more homes, more yards, and signing up our elderly for the free meals, and adding more wheelchair ramps to their home. In fact, I got an email Saturday morning, and the lady, she was so happy she had a wheelchair ramp added to her home through the Lawton chapter Ambucks. And I mean, she was just smiling on that picture, and it made me smile also. And I just like to thank the enrichment department here in the city of Lawton. They're doing great things, and thank you for continuing to upgrade my park, Mosine Park in Lawton in Ward 7. Thank you all very much. It's looking very great. I got out on this last Monday. I got out my vehicle and I looked over there, and I was just so happy. Councilman Hampton had already called me. He was excited. I think he was more excited than I was, but it's looking real good, and thank you guys so much. You worked so hard.
And Dr. Uyghur.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to wish everyone also a very happy new year. I pray that you have good health and much prosperity in 2026. Again, to comment on the words of Councilman Warren, there is a lot of things coming up, a lot of exciting times. I'm just so thankful and thrilled to be a part of a community that is investing in its future and seeing the progress come to place.
Okay, Mr. Hampton.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Happy New Year. Have you ever had pecans, and ate them like potato chips? I bought a big gallon of pecans, already shelled, and they were just really, really delicious. I have not ate all of them yet. I'm saving some. And pickled okra. You ever had pickled okra? It's some pretty good stuff, and you've got, there's just a lot of things to choose from the farmer's market. I want to encourage everybody to go down there. It was a little lean. It was real cold Saturday morning, but some weathered the storm and got out there. I'm looking forward to the fresh vegetables coming out. I do want to say welcome to the new council members that we got. Isn't America fantastic where you don't have to look at the same face all the time? You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And also, I think I thanked my constituents, but maybe I didn't. But they cannot be thanked too much. And I really do thank them for supporting me and in my endeavors to finish this last term, as well as my campaign manager and those people that went out with me. I really want to thank one guy. He was at a house, and he knocked on the door. The door was open, and 3 pit bulls came out, and one of the pit bulls bit him on his wrist. Fortunately, he had an Apple Watch on. It protected him somewhat. Those Apple Watches are great tools. But he did get bit, and we took care of all of that. But campaigning is dangerous. I just want to let you know. But I do thank him and thank all the citizens and those people that support me. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, and Mr. Warren, did you mention the Lee West Park ribbon cutting?
I was going to ask for a second. I just want to invite everybody out, regardless of where you live, on Monday, this coming Monday at 10 o'clock at Lee West Park. It's going to have a ribbon cutting for the revamp of the Thunder Court and the construction of the playground. And it'll be an exciting time. It's more kids first, and we just want to really make this a place that kids are happy to live.
And Ms. Demery.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to wish everyone a happy new year. Also want to thank Ward 4 constituents for supporting me. And as to echo what Ms. Vanessa Perez says, she talked about doing new things. January is usually the month to reset, reorganize, and try new things. There's a play sponsored by 2 educators in this city, nothing like we've ever seen before, and it's called Black Dresses in the White House, From the White House to the Runway. And it's a celebration of designers and their first ladies going back to First Lady Lincoln. So the audition is going to be on the 16th at Carnegie Hall from 6 to 8 p.m. and the actual play is going to be February 21st at Eisenhower School. So and it's from ages 10 to adults. So it's for everybody. So I just encourage you just to try new things this year. Much success to everybody.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, if you don't live in Ward 3, we still have some vacant houses. We'll be happy to have you join us in Ward 3. Tonight's update, first of all, if you don't use the Go Lot app, I highly encourage you to do that. And that, for Ward 3 residents, will be the best way to contact me initially. Other than that, Ward 3 is 38th Street. You start at 38th and Lee and go north, you'll have the most amazing experience all the way to Gore Avenue. I've driven it every day since it opened just because I can't believe it. And I drive an old truck. It is so comfortable. Then you go to 38th and Gore. We have the Lawton Health Center that has been remodeled. It is absolutely stunning. We have Memorial Hospital and Cameron. And Cameron students returned to college this week. Spring semester started. And then I'll close with, if you drive on up towards Cache and you miss Greer Park and you look to your right and can't see it because of all the cars, the kids are there. It's an amazing event, and I'm sure the new one opening up will be just as great. And thank you for letting me serve.
All right, thank you, Mr. Epps.
Yes, I'm thankful for another year, a new year. I trust that everyone's had a enjoyable holiday season. Unfortunately, the holidays have come to an end, and for us here in Lawton, that means we have to start to clean up all of the lights and decorations from holiday in the park. What I'll tell you is that is a community effort. It truly takes a community to put it up and then to bring it back down. So we ask that you come out this Saturday from 9 to 2. Everyone will be meeting at the Patriot Pavilion, so it's the large pavilion out there when you come into the park. But please join us, help us out, and we'll appreciate it. Thank you.
And Mr. Hooton.
It's always tough to be last. Everyone said everything already. But I do want to say Happy New Year, of course, but also it's just great to be part of an organization and a city that has its best days ahead of it. And I think this will be an exciting year, and I think it'll just be the momentum that's been building over the last couple of years will continue to move on and on and on. So thanks for letting me be a part of it.
And City Manager.
Mayor and council, good evening. I am very excited to announce that over the holidays, the city found out that it was awarded a $400,000 grant for safe streets through the U.S. Department of Transportation. I want to call our Public Works Director up here, Mike Watrous, to give us a few details about that.
Yeah, good afternoon, Council. It was a great New Year's present. We got the award notice on December 30th. It is a $500,000 grant. It is a planning grant. Essentially what it is it's to look at the city and find out where our unsafe intersections are, unsafe streets, and where we're having a lot of vehicle collisions at, pedestrian accidents. So look at all that, look at all the data, compile it, and then come up with an action plan on how we can then fix it. Once we have that action plan, we can then go ahead and apply for implementation grants to try to get at some of these problems and meet our objective of clean and safe streets and neighborhoods in the city of Lawton.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you for applying for that grant. That's great. You don't get those grants if you don't apply for them, right? All right, thank you. And that'll move us on to the consent agenda. The following items are considered to be routine by the City Council and will be enacted with one motion. Should discussion be desired on an item, that item will be removed from the consent agenda prior to action and considered separately. Council, I have requests to pull items 11 and 28 and strike items 14 and 29. Council, do you have any other items you want to pull for discussion? Can I get a motion if there are none? Okay. The motion is to pass the consent agenda with the exception of pulling items 11 and 28 and striking items 14 and 29. Is that your motion? Is that your second? Please call the roll.
Hooton.
Yes.
Epps.
Yes.
Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries. Bringing up item 11. Consider and take action with respect to approving a resolution of the City of Lawton, Oklahoma, the city, approving and ratifying action taken by the Lawton Water Authority, the authority, authorizing and ratifying the filing of programmatic applications with the Oklahoma Water Resources Board for financial assistance through loan programs, authorizing the issuance, sale, and delivery of promissory note or notes in one or more series of the authority to the Oklahoma Water Resources Board in the total aggregate principal amount of not to exceed $1,500,000. That's not written out right. $1,500,000, ratifying and confirming a lease agreement as amended pertaining to certain water, sanitary, sewer, and refuse systems and containing other provisions related thereto. Rusty.
Yes, this is the companion item to the Water Authority to actually ratify the action that was taken under the Water Authority to set up the funding for the improvement district.
Council questions? Can I get a motion? Yes, sir. Got it.
Mayor, I had a question.
Okay. Mr. Kirby.
I just wanted to confirm a couple things that I think I've heard, that there's about 65 or so residents in that area?
Yes, I believe it's 64, 65.
Okay.
65, yes.
Have we gotten an indication agreement from all of them on this?
They filed an application, they had to have a majority sign of approval of that, and
Yeah, this whole thing started with a petition with their residents coming to us for assistance. And so it was signed by a majority of the property owners in accordance with state statute. So that's what got this ball rolling to begin with, was them asking for help.
Okay, and then the last question I have is, we will not decide the assessment until the project is completed?
the amount, because we have to actually design the project and build it, and it is based, the actual amount that we'll be financing will be based upon what the actual true cost of the project is.
Okay, and then that'll be apportioned out, and we have not made a decision on the number of years.
Yes, the council will make that decision at the time that they...
At a later date.
Yes.
Thank you for your answers.
Are there any other questions, Council? Mr. Warren?
Do we need to make a floor amendment to the actual document, because it's got
The voice of experience.
Yes, we do, Mayor Pro Tem. So what matters is the writing, not the numerals. So we need to make a floor amendment to state 1,500,000.
And that goes along with the motion to pass, right?
Same motion.
Same motion. You got it? Are you going to make that motion, Mr. Warren?
I'd make a motion to approve this item with a floor amendment with the wording of $1,500,000.
Is legal good with that? Yes. Okay, and who made the second? Mr. Hampton, discussion? Please call the roll.
Hooton. Yes. Epps. Yes. Brown. Yes. Demery. Yes. Hampton. Yes. Uyghur. Yes. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Okay, motion carries. That brings up item 28. Consider approving contract with Vista for retail space usage as Central Plaza for the Museum of the Great Plains Artifact Storage. Jason.
Right, Council, and those who have not met me yet, my name is Jason Poudrier. I'm the Arts Humanities Director with the City of Lawton. I have with me Bart, who is with the Museum of the Great Plains. This contract is for artifact storage for the Museum of the Great Plains. It's the first step in that video that you just saw about taking care of the museum. The first thing we need to do is take care of the artifacts. In order to do so, we consulted a real estate agent and looked at different retail spaces, but nobody could beat what Vista and Central Plaza was able to offer us as far as square footage and dollar per square foot. The other thing is that Central Plaza comes with several perks. There are people there. There are security guards there. There's pest control around the building that's there versus just renting out a space where all those would be additional costs. And so what we're asking for is for approval for this agreement to use space at Vista Central Plaza to take that first step into taking care of our artifacts at the Museum of the Great Plains.
Bart, do you have anything you want to tell us?
We're very fortunate that Vista has a space available for us. It's a short move for us. Everything, when we pack it, takes up a bit more space than it does when it's unpacked. Our collections area alone takes up about 12,000 to 13,000 square feet at the museum. We're asking for 23,000 square feet at Vista, but when you consider we're leaving about a 65,000 square foot facility almost wholly, then that's a pretty compact space that we're moving into, but we think it will be more than adequate. And this is great for us. We couldn't ask for a better arrangement.
So while we're on this, I'd like to ask you, do we have a timetable for when all this is going to happen and when constructions are going to begin and end?
We still have some moving parts with that. We have some bids in hand. We feel like at this point, maybe if we were beginning to pack I would say by March, maybe, we'd be doing pretty well. And then we'd be looking at a timetable of 4 to 5 months probably to completely pack and move.
All right, well, it's exciting times for the museum, and I'm looking forward to the grand reopening party.
Yes.
Okay, any comments or questions, council? Okay, can I get a motion for approval?
Move to approve.
We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weeger. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you, guys. And Rhonda, I see you back there. Thank you for all you guys do at the museum. Brings up item 45, conduct an election of a mayor pro tem for calendar year 2026 and take action as deemed necessary. Council, I'm going to put in a plug to bring Councilman Warren back in his final year serving on the council, as he's term limited, and he has served 22 years, and his experience is so valuable. And I'd appreciate a motion to place Randy Warren in as the mayor pro tem again for calendar year 2026. We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weeger. Williams. Warren.
Okay. And the mayor pro tem for calendar year 2026 is Randy Warren. Item number Item number 47, consider approving a joint resolution of the City of Lawton, the Lawton Economic Development Authority, and the Comanche County Industrial Development Authority, acknowledging West Wind Element, Inc.'s written notice of its election not to proceed with the large-scale commercial refinery in Lawton, Oklahoma, providing a notice of termination of all obligations under Part 2 of the amended and restated redevelopment agreement between the city, LEDA, CCIDA, and West Wind, and authorizing the mayor or mayor pro tem and chairman or vice chairman of LEDA and CCIDA to execute and deliver such notice. Richard.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Council, for letting me speak to you tonight, and welcome to the new council persons that I think I actually know most of you, but welcome to the City Council. This is not a great item to have to bring before you. You know, back in December of 2023, the City Council approved an amended and restated redevelopment agreement with West Wind to develop a pilot plant and a commercial facility in the Lawton area. There was a prior agreement before that, but this was the amended one that actually was acted on and kind of moved forward. That's the current agreement that's actually in place now, is that one that was approved on December of 2023. That as part of that agreement, there was a Part 1 and a Part 2, and it was very smart, very wise of the city to do it this way. Part 1 was for the development of pilot facility. And to produce a bankable feasibility study, which is basically a kind of a proof of concept sort of thing. I mean, West Wind was going to build a small plant out on the property. Obviously, most of you know the property is out on Bishop Road near 112th Street. There's 40 acres where the facility was built. And then they were going to use this process. It's the first time this process was used for nickel production in the United States. There's a plant in Canada, a plant in Wells, some in China, but this is the first time in the United States. And they were going to do that, and they were going to produce this bankable feasibility study to show that it was feasible to develop a commercial facility with more than 700 jobs, about $250 million in investment. This was a great opportunity for the city of Lawton. Critical metals, important for the country. So we were really excited about getting this moving forward. So the pilot facility was completed December of '24, and it was operational. And then we're expecting this feasibility study to come in the summer. It didn't come. And then a little more time goes on, and then the LEDC and West Wind had a meeting, and they determined that bankable feasibility study wasn't showing that it was feasible. That's the problem. That's why you can't produce it if it doesn't turn out to be feasible. There's been some issues with logistics primarily, and also nickel is a commodity like cotton. One year it's worth this much, the other, later it's worth that much, and so there was some price movement. And so, at any rate, Westwind informed the LADC that they were not going to be able to move forward with a commercial plant in Lawton. But they also informed them that they were interested in purchasing the pilot plant and making the city of Lawton whole. As part of that Part 1 agreement, CCIDA invested $2 million, and the city of Lawton invested $1 million into that pilot facility. And obviously, you have the 40 acres that the plant is on. CCIDA deeded that to LIDA, so this is a partnership in the community. And Westwind said, we'll pay you back the money that you put into the building. We'll purchase the land, and we'll operate the pilot facility and keep these 12 to 14 to 16 jobs in the community. That's a good thing, I believe. And so, however, that was kind of offered, that was kind of written into a letter, put in letter form in September of last year. There was an expectation that we would bring an agreement to you, and that agreement would be for that termination, for them to buy to make us whole and buy the plant. It didn't come to fruition, and so it became, as the executive director of LEAD, it became a good idea for us to just go ahead and take our action as the public bodies in that agreement to simply acknowledge the notice that that it's not going to be built in Lawton, and terminate our obligations for phase 2. So I discussed what the city had put into phase 1. Well, phase 2 included additional investment and another 440 acres of land. And so what this really effectively does is says, okay, those things we don't have to hold those aside anymore. That Part 2 agreement is not going to happen, and it's terminated. What it doesn't do is terminate any of the obligations on Part 1. So, there are still obligations of Part 1 that basically come to fruition in June 1st of 2026. That's when the lease agreement expires, promissory note comes due, all these things happen by then. So what you have is a resolution before you that has, it's a joint resolution of Lawton Economic Development Authority, CCIDA, and the City Council. Those are the public bodies that are included in the agreement that says, okay, we acknowledge that you're not going to build the plant. We're terminating phase 2 of the agreement, but we're still giving notice of this. These things have to happen by the end of May, basically. Now, it also includes the terms that I discussed earlier of potentially in between now and then, if the Westwind can make us whole, can pay us back for our investment in the building, buy the property, and operate the pilot plant, which I hope, I believe, I think most of us hope will happen. That's a great outcome. The other outcome is, of course, the agreement terminates, and it's just like a lease that terminates. It's like, okay, now you have to take your stuff and move away and do something else. So we hope that we want to continue the pilot plant in Lawton, and so that's what this letter does for you.
Council, do you have questions? Mr. Epps?
Just for clarification, if I broke this into two options, and option 1 was what you just said, and there is no financial loss if they kept working the pilot program here, but the option 2 is the worst case scenario. Is there a financial loss with that?
Excuse me,
where they stop working the pilot program?
So if they continue operating the pilot program, we don't give them anything. They pay us.
Okay.
Right? And then we have no further obligation. Now, of course, that would be an agreement that would come to you. If they said, yes, we're ready to do that, we'd be bringing you that termination agreement. You would approve all that. But that's basically what the offer is that, yeah, you make us whole and we're good. I mean, you operate your pilot plant and we have no further obligations on that. Right?
Okay. So either way, there's no financial loss.
No, we're not offering any financial out at all. This is just a way to terminate it by them paying us money, the money we're out, or otherwise, the way it works is they would move out of the pilot plant. We would, once it's empty, we would basically deed the pilot plant back to CCIDA, and we just try to find someone else to go in there. So.
Thank you.
in a nutshell. The agreement's like this thick, but in a nutshell, that's what it is.
Mr. Warren. Oh, Ms. Williams.
Okay, you said that the city, let me make sure I got these numbers right. CCIDA gave 2 million?
2, yeah, so.
And who
part of
gave the
part
1
one.
million? Who gave the 1 million?
The city's 1 million, CCIDA 2 million. We've only expended, we only gave them 2.7 million, so 300,000 is still sitting in our bank. So we're only out 2.7 million, but you guys put that in there and it's in there for our safekeeping, yes.
So we will get this money back though, the 2.7 million?
If they, to purchase a pilot plant, they would pay back that entire amount, and then LIDA would basically give it back to the city and CCIDA, however it was going to be. But yeah, if for them to own the pilot plant, they have to pay us back completely, and then buy the land on top of that. Yeah.
Council, any other further questions?
Move to approve.
Motion to approve in a second. Discussion? Please call a roll.
Mayor,
Thank you, Rick.
before you vote, you had a request to speak form submitted on
Oh,
the
I do.
side.
Thank you very much. Daniel Jameson. Daniel? And Daniel, we've got your address here, so you've got 3 minutes.
Thank you. I won't take up much of your time. Hello, new council members that have just arrived here. You may not know who I am, but I am speaking in place of someone who normally does speak a lot here, but I am a member of an organization called West Wind Resistance, and as the name implies, it is in opposition to West Wind Elements, in particular their pilot facility. And we've been keeping an eye on this process the entire time, and one of our main demands was to have a transparent process, not just with LIDA, CCIDA, and then residents of Lawton, but also the indigenous tribes as well. You may not have known this, but the KCA had put out a joint statement also condemning West Wind Elements' presence on KCA land. Even though this resolution here only signifies a victory for the KCA, it still leaves out a large problem that we have yet to address, and that being transparency, of course. But I think we're at a point now where I think transparency isn't going to be enough to undo the harm that was done to the KCA, seeing as that was a breach of our sovereignty. But there may be a possibility of mending those bonds. I see to my right a representative from Fort Sill, yet I don't see a representative from any of the KCA here. It just kind of lets me know that no one that represents us has a seat at the table, so to speak, literally. But I feel like these are just one of many concerns that I have, not just as an individual, but when I'm speaking, I am speaking for not just for West Wind Resistance, but also other Lawton residents and greater Comanche County residents as well. There are people who have seen this story play out all over the world and have still continued to keep an eye on this, so don't think that the fight is just gonna stop just because West Wind's gone. It may have just still have begun. I'll leave my time.
Thank you for coming.
Mayor, can you turn on your mic?
We'll go ahead to motion and second. Please call the roll. Thank you, John.
Hooton.
Yes.
Epps.
Yes.
Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries. Bringing up item 48, consider approving a resolution accepting the blighted conditions study and directing the Lawton Urban Renewal Authority to modify the Downtown 1 Civic Center and D6 urban renewal plans to incorporate the recommendations of the said study. Christie.
Good evening, council. Back in February of early 25, the Lawton Urban Renewal Authority entered into a professional service agreement with Garver to evaluate the current urban renewal plans of the downtown of City of Lawton. We have 3 currently in the downtown area. It's D1, D6 in the Civic Center. Back in 2006, there was a pretty major update to those plans. That's what we're under today. And seems like yesterday, but 2006 was 20 years ago. And so as part of the urban renewal plans, it's always a good idea to keep updating them, keep looking at them to see how they made a difference. I think we can all say that the improvements that we made to the urban renewal plans 2006 did make improvements. We have Vista, we have the farmers market, and we have redevelopment in the area. But we've kind of become stagnant. So back in February, like I said, urban renewal plan, or Lawton Urban Renewal Authority entered into agreement with Garver to have Garver review the plans, review the study area around the plans to see maybe we need to do something different. Maybe we need to increase the area of the plans to encourage that redevelopment. So on page 2 of the blight study, you'll see the urban renewal study area. It's the existing urban renewal plans, and then basically from Ferris down to Gore, 4th Street over to 6th Street, or 7th Street, and then Gore Boulevard down to Lee between Railroad and 11th Street. So that was the study area. They reviewed, they did the study in basically a data-driven strategy. They looked at it 3 different ways. They looked at it by just a visual, kind of high level on a half-block area to determine if they said it would be blighted. Then they went through and did an actual parcel by parcel look and said, did it meet their criteria of being a blighted area? And then they did, it was strictly just data. So we have field studies and then we have data. The data looked at 5 different criteria. I'm getting to the right page. And the data criteria they looked at was, has it ever been a D&D property? Did it have any current code violations or city liens? Was the site vacant? Has it ever been developed or is currently undeveloped? Or if it was in a flood hazard area. Most of this area to the south did get flooded in that last big flood we had last year. So that was one of the important things to look at if this was in a flooded area, where today you may not be able to build to the standards that were built, you know, when those homes were built many, many years ago. So based off the study, they did come up with a final blighted area. That is on page 19 of the study. And basically a very large part of that study area they did determine was blighted. And so basically that meant that we could do more in this area. It was potentially kind of suffocating our existing urban renewal plans by not allowing some growth happening there because of the surrounding blighted areas. So they came up with 10 recommendations to kind of keep going on this downtown revitalization. And so today we're just asking the council to accept this blighted study and to direct their Lawton Urban Renewal Authority to move forward with those 10 recommendations so we can keep moving on the downtown area.
If we accept this, we are approving the moving forward of the 10 recommendations on page 20, 21, and 22. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. And those are also listed in the resolution itself. Yeah, so we'll be directing Laura to start the process of working on those one at a time to make those recommendations.
Councilwoman, did you want to speak? Oh. I do have one question, actually. When I go back to the map, this starts north of Gore.
Yes,
starts
sir.
at 4th Street. What about 2nd to 4th?
That's already in an urban renewal plan.
And already considered blighted.
That's how it got into be urban renewal plan. Per state statute, you can't do an urban renewal plan unless you've already decided that it was blighted.
Okay.
So back many years ago, before that was ever an urban renewal plan, at some point it was considered a blighted area. That's how we got the original urban renewal plan.
Okay. Okay, council questions? Yes, Mr. Hampton.
Yeah, oh, did you? Okay, okay. A part of all this, Christine, is that there'll be monies, federal money or state money brought forth to help revitalize these areas.
Yeah, basically we'll start from, one recommendation, what's the easiest one to accomplish first, and just start going through the line and making those changes. Probably the first thing we'll do is basically widen the urban renewal plan areas. And as of right now, there's 3. We do have a potential meeting with some of the attorneys tomorrow regarding if we can consolidate those 3 existing plans into one, just to streamline the process. And then we could go make the project area bigger, and that starts the wheel and the ball moving on what can be done in those areas. And that would potentially open us up to funding if that was available.
And it's divided up into 2 projects, like drawing up the plans and then moving towards actually funding, getting some of the projects done then.
Long term.
Long term,
yes.
of course, long term,
Yes.
but that's the whole.
Yeah, the urban renewal plans pretty much kind of set standards. So they don't necessarily have a list of projects. It's just like, okay, for this area, it's like, for example, down 2nd Street. Okay, in the urban renewal plan, we're going to designate this as a entertainment district. So if a developer wants to come into town and they have a business that would thrive in that entertainment district, we're going to, point them in the direction of this entertainment district to say, hey, we've got a great place for you to put your, business XYZ here, because that goes into the purpose of this area. There's also different areas that we've talked about, an art district. So again, if a developer or somebody wanted to come to town and wanted to do something in the arts, we can say, hey, we're going to put you over here in this area because that's in accordance with the plan. That's kind of the uses we want in these areas. So it's more of a use designation and a big picture. Instead of saying, okay, well, that place is available, we're saying, okay, you have this use, let's put you here because that fits in the big picture of what we want to see in the downtown area.
Okay, thank you. That simple questions, but that helps some of my constituents understand what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dr. Uyghur, you got it? Okay. Anybody else? Do we have a motion? Motion for approval and a second. Discussion. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Yes. Epps. Yes. Brown. Yes. Demery. Yes. Hampton. Yes. Uyghur. Yes. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries. Item 49, consider approving an ordinance pertaining to utilities, amending section 2241.410 and division 2241, article 22.4, chapter 22, Lawton City Code 2025, by adding provisions for abandoned shopping carts to be considered bulk waste, clarifying bulk waste terminology, and setting fees as such, providing for severability, and establishing an effective date. Michael.
Good evening again, Council and Mayor. So for the new council members, back in November, there was a companion item that was sent up. This one made the shopping carts, or declared shopping carts a nuisance, or abandoned shopping carts a nuisance. This is the part that was promised afterwards. It had to meet the fee and rate committee and had a couple of changes there, but this essentially makes it so that we can then charge the fees for what we had declared as the abandoned shopping carts as a nuisance.
And Michael, why don't you go over what those fees are?
Sure. So it'll be a $50 collection fee. That would be done by our Clean Neighborhood Services Division when they are driving around looking for code enforcement violations. And then if they are unable to bring those carts back to the correct shopping center, then they would bring them back to the public works yard. We would charge a flat $25 fee, store them there for 30 days, and if they will not come pick them up,
then we will go ahead and essentially get rid of them. We'll try our best to make money off them by scrapping, but if we can't scrap them, then they'll just be discarded.
Any questions? Can I get a motion?
Move to approve.
Okay, this is an ordinance, so we're going to waive the reading of the ordinance and read the title only. And is that your second? Okay, please read the title.
An ordinance pertaining to utilities, amending section 22-4-1-410 in division 22-4-1, article 22-4 of chapter 22, Lawton City Code 2025, by adding provisions for abandoned shopping carts to be considered bulk waste, clarifying bulk waste terminology and setting fees as such, providing for severability and establishing an effective date.
Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams. Warren.
Motion carries. Bringing up item 50, consider approving a resolution amending Appendix A, Schedule of Fees and Charges, Lawton City Code 2025 as amended, by establishing fees for the collection and storage of abandoned shopping carts and establishing an effective date. Michael.
This is a companion item to number 49. This just puts the fees in the fee schedule.
We have a motion? A motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams. Warren.
Okay, item 51, consider approving an ordinance pertaining to boards, commissions, and committees, repealing and reversing section 23-16400, division 2316, article 23, chapter 2, Lawton City Code 2025, in order to dissolve the council budget and efficiency committee, providing for severability and establishing an effective date. Am I the information source on this?
Either one of us. I'm happy to explain if you want me to.
Well, go for it.
So items 51, 52, and 53 are all going to be companion items. Item 51 is to dissolve the Council Budget and Efficiency Committee meeting because it's going to be rolled into the Committee of Performance Excellence in item 53.
Questions? Mr. Warren?
I was going to make a motion to approve the ordinance, read the title only.
See no questions, we accept that motion, and I heard a second. Please read the title.
An ordinance pertaining to boards, commissions, and committees, repealing and reserving section 2-3-16-400, division 2-3-16, article 2-3, chapter 2, Lawton City Code of 2025, in order to dissolve the Council Budget and Efficiency Committee, providing for severability and establishing an effective date.
Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams. Warren.
Motion carries. Item 52, consider approving an ordinance pertaining to boards, commissions, and committees, repealing and reversing section 2318402, division 2318, article 23, chapter 2, Lawton City Code 2025, in order to dissolve the Processes Oversight Committee, providing for severability and establishing an effective date. Donna Lynn.
It's kind of the same information. This one will dissolve the Processes Oversight Committee so that it can be rolled into the Committee of Performance Excellence.
Questions or motion? Waive the reading of. Do I have a second? We do have a second. Please read the title.
An ordinance pertaining to boards, commissions, and committees by repealing and reserving section 2-3-18-402, division 2-3-18, article 2-3, chapter 2, Lawton City Code 2025, in order to dissolve the Processes Oversight Committee, providing for severability and establishing an effective date.
Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams. Warren.
Motion carries. Bringing up item 53, consider approving an ordinance pertaining to boards, commissions, and committees by creating Division 2321, Article 23, Chapter 2, Lawton City Code 2025, and creating Section 2321400, Division 2321, Article 23, Chapter 2, Lawton City Code 2025, in order to establish the Committee of Performance Excellence, providing for codification, providing for severability, and establishing an effective date. Don Lind.
Mayor Booker, you are welcome to speak on this one.
Oh, I'm enjoying, and we're all about preparing the future, and I think you're doing a great job.
Okay, so this ordinance is for the creation of the Committee of Performance Excellence. This committee is going to be charged with exactly what it sounds like, ensuring that the city is performing excellence. It'll take care of benchmarking and metrics. It'll look at individual departments. It'll pick hot topic items to look at to make sure that we're doing the best that we can.
Now, I'm going to tell you why we're doing this. We're doing this because the citizens have sent us Kirby Brown, who absolutely is an expert in benchmarking and some of these things, having managed a $1 billion budget. And so we always try, as I said yesterday, we try to tap in to the abilities, education, and training of our council members and the people that citizens send us. And so we thought by combining these two committees and renaming the Committee on Performance Excellence, we could put all this together and do it much more efficiently. And while I don't think these take effect for 30 days, correct? I will be naming Kirby Brown as the chairman at probably the next council meeting. If it passes. Thank you, attorney. So if you have any questions, if not, I'd entertain a motion.
Second.
Okay, let's waive the reading of the ordinance and read the title only. Who said so moved? Is that your motion? Is that your second? Please read the title.
An ordinance pertaining to boards, commissions, and committees by creating Division 2-3-21, Article 2-3, Chapter 2, Lawton City Code 2025, and creating Section 2-3-21-400, Division 2-3-21, Article 2-3, Chapter 2, Lawton City Code, in order to establish the Committee of Performance Excellence, providing for codification, providing for severability, and establishing an effective date.
Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams. Warren.
And the motion carries. Bringing up item 54, consider approving the creation of an ad hoc council committee to establish a standardized process for naming city facilities and assets and provide direction to the staff as deemed necessary. Council, I wanted to do this because we do not have a standardized process for naming city assets. And there's been some talk about different things lately, and I felt like the first thing we need to do is establish that process. Now, I'm happy to answer your questions. I hope you agree, and when you make the motion, I'd like for you to include Councilman Alan Hampton as the chairman, Shereen Williams, Bob Weiger, and Teron Epps as the members of the committee.
I think this is a really good idea. You have to have a set of rules, or you can't control it. And so I would make a motion to approve this with those names that you provided.
And do we have a second?
Second.
We do have a second. Discussion. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Weiger. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Motion carries. Do I have a motion to go to executive session? Have motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Can I have a motion to return from executive session? We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Present.
Warren.
Executive session item number 55, Jerry.
Pursuant to Section 307B-2, Title 25 of Oklahoma statutes, the council convened an executive session to discuss negotiations for a collective bargaining agreement for FY 2026-2027 between the International Union of Police Associations, IUPA, Local 24, and the City of Lawton. No action is necessary, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, item 56, Jerry.
Pursuant to Section 307B-4, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, the City Council convened an executive session to discuss a pending claim involving potential litigation related to previous property insurance coverage provided by OMAC. Mr. Mayor, I believe there is a motion.
Mayor and council, I move to retain the law firm McIntyre Law to represent the city in its insurance dispute with OMAG, with the terms of said representation to include, among other things, the following: a contingency fee for the firm to get 25% if the case is settled prior to filing suit, and 30% if it's resolved after filing suit. And once the representation contract is finalized, authorize the mayor to execute the same.
Second. Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams. Warren.
Motion carries. Item 57, Jerry.
Pursuant to Section 307B.4, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, the City Council convened an executive session to discuss the status of an ongoing investigation concerning the tenant-based rental assistance, TBRA program. Mr. Mayor, I believe there's no action to be taken.
Okay, and that brings us up to audience participation. I have two requests to speak forms that have been turned in. Jonathan Sanchez. Jonathan here? Seeing Jonathan doesn't appear to be here. Matina Davis Prudhomme. And Matina, we've got your address here, so we'll be fine.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Happy New Year. As we step into 2026, the question on my mind is, will this be a year of transparency or another year of delays? As of today, I'm still waiting on multiple public records requests from last year, both from the city and from FISTA. It's a matter of public record that FISTA is failing to comply with transparency policy, but the city is also falling short. We are well into January, and I'm still empty-handed, regarding requests filed a month ago. When records are withheld, public trust erodes. I'm asking tonight, when exactly will these record requests be fulfilled? And why would FISTA be allowed to operate outside the standard rules of policy? Secondly, we need to address the culture of the city. When holiday parties include almost all the key players in local government, it creates a glaring conflict of interest. It is difficult for the public to believe that city business and influence and peddling aren't happening behind those closed doors. We need clear boundaries. Unfinished business. I'm still waiting on the city manager to investigate the city prosecutor's office. Furthermore, I have sent emails to the city attorney. They remain ignored. If the legal arm of our city won't communicate with its citizens, who are they actually serving? This year, the key word is accountability. And I want to be clear, I will be exhausting every avenue available to get these results. The residents of this city deserve better than silence and missed deadlines. Also, I almost forgot, if a candidate is seeking a leadership position in our community, The first thing they should demonstrate is a commitment to following our local audience. We expect our future leaders to set examples, not create extra work for our city staff by picking up their campaign signs. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, and with that, can I get a motion for adjournment? Motion and a second, please call the roll.
Hooton. Epps. Brown. Demery. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
We stand adjourned.